Listen, when it comes to this, it ain't no competition. Hoes on the street don't like, I'm tossing hooks like I'm fishing. Sitting at the back of the bag, so I have an SW18. From the deck to the concrete, now I teach you with me. Strictly by my Bentley, like Sidney Kodiak. I'm 55 years old, Marietta, where my homies stay. As you let track started in Shirley Murdoch, straight to the earth. Like I'm not trying to get these stripes like Adidas. I prefer to be on the low, CurbService, and then tip it out, bourbon, pumping the Postman. It ain't nothing, so if you bumpin' with my easy and you real, Postman gon' give it to you something you can get that street. And I'm still CurbService.
Hey, Shadow. Great. Melanated. Hey, boo. Pinky G, peace and welcome. Great.
I'm waiting on everybody to come in. I'll be back and forth because I'm roasting right now.
Okay.
I'm roasting. You know, back and forth. What's good, fam?
Hey, Nickel Boo. I was just finna text you. Hey, Shabo.
Yo, matter of fact, Jaded and Nikwa and Ramel can come up tonight as well. You can allow them to come
right
on. Whenever you know how he do.
Yeah.
But you can offer them to come up on the panel until everybody comes up.
Jaded.
Yo, what's good? Hood therapy and the whole family. Shabo was out. See y'all. I'm roasting these Negroes. New York. Y'all niggas is the craziest. I swear. Oh man. I'm going back on mute.
Hey, hold on. Now that is big clipping by Lady Gigi.
I didn't hear you,
And
sis. What you said?
I said this is Lady Gigi's anthem to Big Pimpin'. Can you hear me
Right.
okay? Am I loud enough, y'all, in the chat?
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Just make a shout. Just make a shout before we get
You're
started.
golden. Like they said, you're golden.
Melanated, you almost made me choke. Please hit the like.
Thank you. Already. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man, for coming in tonight. It's gonna be a good one. Already. Big ups to everybody in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that.
You're
I was
good.
pulling up Facebook to see where it was running at. Okay. Just wanted to make sure this mic still new. Had to call Gigi and Pose.
All right. I thought y'all talked.
We did.
But hold on.
You ain't see that group text.
Listen.
She said, okay, 8 is good. Post never responded.
I've been on some other stuff. I've been back and forth. I've been to the Chinese spot. I've been to the store. I've been to the telly. I'm all on push that knife. It's just going crazy right now. So I saw all of the text, but I haven't opened them up yet. I just figured you guys were doing good thing.
Shame. For shame.
I'm gonna do it now. Hold on. Let me get these people in effect right quick. Hold tight.
Right. Crystal, back up. Didn't she though, Nick? Well, and we have more coming. I ran it as a standalone because I want y'all to tell me what you think. Put your comments under the video, not this video, the video that's already up. No, it's titled, and it's got Lady G on the thumbnail, so it shouldn't be hard to find today. Yeah, go through and give a listen when ain't no distractions and put a comment in there. Tonight, Lady G's supposed to be here. Post supposed to be here. I'm bad with names. I said call, not text Craig. Craig being hard-headed. Bad Craig.
I've got several devices running. I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my other phone here. So hold tight. I'm gonna call. Hold tight.
Okay. Ain't nothing happening equal. Oh, She said she's trying to get on. So you talk, and I'm gonna call Gigi and talk her through jumping up.
No, she just text.
Yeah,
She
I know.
just
I
text,
said I'm
so.
going to call her and talk her through getting on, and you gonna talk.
Okay, no problem. Welcome to the Treehouse tonight. We have a special little show for you today, and I'd like to call a trip down memory lane, as well as bringing you some interesting tidbits and up-to-date stories and things of that nature. So sit back, go get your popcorn, go roll up, do what you gotta do. This could be one of them nights. Let me see here. Let me check out some of the comments right quick. Let me go on my other stuff over here. Gee whiz. Trying to keep you New York cats in check. Swear to God, if you're not on Clubhouse and you're not listening to WAC 100's group, 100 ENP, or our other group, Push That Knife, as well as Bootleg's house. Bootleg's house is going to sit back for a minute and take a hiatus. We're going to be running a lot of the stuff over here on the YouTube joint.
Yeah.
But if you are in Clubhouse and you would like to participate in a group that literally carves you up when you come on the platform, Push That Knife is the spot for you. Sis came in there the other day and she was like, "Oh no, I am not for this.
Back out.
This
Here
is
she
not.
go.
This is not what we doing here."
Hey, Gigi.
Already.
Bootleg.
Hey, sis.
Hold on one second. Mute your video. Mute the YouTube video.
You say what?
Mute your YouTube video.
Hold on 1 second. You said mute it?
Yeah. You'll be able to hear us through the Restream page.
Is this visual?
If you have your camera on, I don't think you do. Or if you do, it's out.
Listen, you have to turn. Listen, go into your YouTube and turn off the sound. Turn off your volume and your sound for your YouTube.
Hey,
Because you're echoing.
You hear
No, I don't think it's are you using a headset?
No, I'm not. I'm on my phone right now.
You on the computer?
I'm not on my computer right now.
What device you using?
Hold on 1 second. Is call on?
Say what?
I said call Glover.
I don't know what that is.
Listen, what you have to do, you gotta go. You're in Restream right now. I don't know what you're using, but you're in
I don't know what's
Restream.
going on.
If you
it's not from the YouTube video. Something's echoing that she's using.
Let me see if I can fix it real quick.
If you go down to that gear at the bottom and click on it, you go into your audio settings.
Hold on, let me do it from this phone. Okay, tell me if y'all still hear echo.
Let's see. Yeah, it's us. Hold on a second.
This host muted, unmuted your mic. So you just unmuted the mic.
Yeah, I muted it to see if that would help.
Yeah, that works. Because I can hear y'all perfectly clear.
Not when you talk. So something you have is running through audio.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead then, Guru Girl. Go ahead then, you Guru Girl. That's why he got you on deck right now.
Mm-hmm.
Deck's on deck, Patron on ice.
But go down to the gear down at the bottom of the page and click on that gear and then go to the audio settings.
Hold on, let me see. Studio. Go back.
Miss you too, Nick. I'm gonna put you on mute. Is it be sounding like a squeaky tricycle when that thing gets started up? I don't know what it is, but it always do it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put my camera in.
A camera the video out.
Okay, I just seen you do that.
We're still echoing.
Yeah, we trying to get it. What kind of device are you on right now?
I'm on an Android.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not on my computer right now.
Click the home button and make sure you don't have something else open.
Change your name.
Lady Gigi up here now. Okay, she dropped down, so she'll probably come back up. Oh, because I told her to press the home button. Yeah, but she's still in here, but it'll. I hate restream sometimes. Great.
Yo, what's pop?
So you've been over there on Clubhouse stirring up trouble, huh?
I am, but you know what I do? Hey, listen, I'm roasting these niggas over here, man. Real talk. Hey, all these industry cats, man, they come on Whack 100's page, and we roast these cats, man. We listen. I'm talking about from some of the nicest little youngsters that's out on the platform right now doing their thing. To a bunch of old school cats that's in the game. So it's always interesting. So you got it together. Oh, well, Gigi popped out. So obviously, yeah, it was her.
She just came back up. I'm not mute. Cut your camera off, Gigi, before I pull you up on the panel.
I love roasting these cats, man. And
can't y'all hear me when y'all in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. Cut your camera off, Gigi. Ooh, excuse me. Gigi, cut your camera off.
Right by your mic, there's a little thing with the X, a little line that goes through your camera. Gigi, we got to get you on point with Restream and StreamYard, so you can be on point.
You know you had problems when you first came.
I did. So that's why I feel like I can justify my actions right now, because I went through it. If you haven't lived through it, you can't talk about it. All right. What the? No, now she's out of the building.
I did that on purpose because I wanted to tell her to turn the camera off. Hold on. There should be a little camera button at the bottom. Just click on it, put an X over it, and that way you know it's off. I like because you point the camera at the ceiling and put it on real quick.
While y'all playing and getting that shit together, I'm gonna roll up something.
Yes, boss. I think she's in the car.
Yeah, she's in the car. She's in the car, so she's in the car. Moving around, I guess.
Yes, Gary, that's really Craig.
Yes, that's me. But anyway, it's always fun to roast these cats doing what we do. And I tell you, this cat 6ix9ine and this whole crew is catching much hell.
Ain't he going broke, or ain't he broke?
He's going broke. He's going broke. Oh God. And then Trippy Red and one of my homeboys. Tape
It's
is
off.
good. We got a
Let your
boxing
camera
match
off,
going.
DD.
It's off.
No, it's not.
No,
On
it's
I
my
can
not.
see
side.
it in the window.
You gotta
Look at the
go
bottom of your
down.
screen. There you
There
go.
you go. There you go. Now,
Okay. It
Jesus,
clicked
Okay.
back on and went back off. Okay.
There you
it's
go.
like pulling teeth.
So let me ask y'all something. Do y'all still hear echo?
No,
No.
you're good. You're good. You're good right now.
Yay.
Yay, because
Oh,
you know I got a reverb voice, so that's how that works. Well, welcome in, y'all. What we doing?
all
Got
right.
it.
All
Got
right.
it with
Now listen.
all building.
Play Lady G's shit one more time, okay?
Aye.
Oh, you talking about the big clipping? Let me explain something about this song. This particular song is a song that I wrote as a female anthem to big pimping. This song was not to diss anyone. This song was misconstrued. The last setting we had before when we all met and to talk about the truth. This is the song that I actually gave to Jay-Z when we were at this one concert they had, a JD and JD night. Y'all remember me talking about that?
Yeah.
And he pulled Jay-Z away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the female anthem to big pimping, but it was misconstrued and they thought it was a diss towards Jay-Z, but it was not a diss. It was just the female anthem, to Big
Mm-hmm.
Pimpin'. So I did Bun B, Pimp C, and Jay-Z verse, and they all on the same time, and you could pull both of them tracks up together. They talking to each other. I wish I had two turntables right now. I have Big Pimpin' playing on one and Big Clippin' playing on the other one. They did answer each other back.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and do your thing, Tasha. Tasha in the building. Bootleg. What Bootleg at?
Y'all niggas is
Bootleg.
just buddy right now. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Craig
Hey,
Y'all,
Jelly.
y'all
y'all know
buddy.
y'all already know.
Craig just eat jelly.
Not worried. I'm not
I
worried
love
about y'all. I'm big bro. I'm always gonna have right, so I ain't worried about that. I'm just glad y'all two hooked up. It's a
hey,
good look.
absolutely.
Jay, did you available to hop up? Okay. Gotcha. Jay. Craig, did you call Post?
I did. It's not picking his phone up.
Might be
Hit him
busy.
again.
Okay.
Yo, them niggas all shook here too, Gary. Listen, Gary, I swear to God, Suge called in to talk shit about the boy Whack 100, right? And we was all, it was
Hold
crazy.
on, wait a minute. Should calling in from jail?
That what I'm trying to tell you. That nigga called in and was talking shit. I was tripping, man. I was like, yo. He was spilling. Yeah.
Ain't tell me about that part.
So you hold on. Let me pause this out. This is too petty. Hold on. Suge is using his phone privileges to call in on Clubhouse.
Hey, they can talk that shit. Oh Lord, yo, whack. It was crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna send you a link.
Somebody 2 oodles or noodles to use
I'm
their
gonna
phone.
send you the link. I'm gonna send it to you. This shit was crazy for real. For real. I'm telling you, and all them niggas, it was crazy. But yeah, you know how it goes down.
But hey, yo, hey, we got a
But
special guest be in the building with us tonight. Carl Glover.
Yeah.
Is he in? I was just about to say, did you ping him in? You ping him in? You ping him?
He should be.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Because really tonight, I wanted to sit back and let you and him and Post and Tosh do your thing, so that
Is Post coming in?
I'm gonna hit him again. He probably still doing his other 9 to 5 joint because he don't really come in until a little bit later on, but definitely he will be in here.
Okay.
So
sounds like a winter.
no question. Big up to Jaded. Yo, Jaded, I love you, my nigga. You put stuff on the fly when Unc calls Jaded. I swear I love this guy, man.
You like my new avatar and the thumbnail.
I love that avatar. I was gonna tell you that too. But I wanted to give props to my young hog, Jaded. He always does stuff for me on the fly.
You need to be subscribed to Jaded Empora. That's EMPORA.
But you know, I've been, and I apologize because I've been doing some other like super trolling type stuff.
Craig been off being bad.
Very bad, I swear. And I've newly become the king of bad. So I love it. And my new thing is boom the room. Boom the room. There's a Baltimore nigga on the chat. I hate you from Baltimore. I'm just kidding. But anyway, we've been super trolling. So they got this one dude, E-Band. Oh, we've been killing this nigga. Oh God. He was an ally, but he turned into.
So there's trolling happening on Clubhouse.
I love you. What?
I knew it. I knew it.
Are you serious? Oh
now,
God!
As a
matter of fact, I'm gonna bless you in. You would fit right in.
Baby.
Oh God, Jaded, you would fit right in. I'm gonna put you on game.
I'm always late to the party.
You're always late, but that's why I asked you. I said, "Hey, hook me up with this. I need that," and you did that on seconds. I was proud of you. I love you, man. If there's something that I can do, and listen.
I'm Gary, good at one point, but
you can't.
I've been collecting.
You can't.
Listen, and I gotta say something to Gary right now. I gotta say something to Gary. Listen, I went into the pantry here where I hid the shit, and it was like halfway gone. And I told people don't touch that shit. I told them
I told you gotta mail that out as soon as you get it. You
told them don't touch that shit.
Lord,
I said, you're gonna make this man mad at me. You're gonna make this man mad at me. You're gonna make Gary so hot with me.
Hold on,
listen,
Craig.
I called Gary. Listen. I called Gary. I FaceTimed him. I said, listen, Gary.
Said you a plate and he got 50 cents on your head. He gonna
send mine NK. What I do?
Oh no, hold up. Oh, and God, Dr. NK has been in the chat. That nigga, he was in Push That Knife. I'm like, yo.
Missing currently the aliens just snatched his ass up.
These niggas that you roasted for life. Yo,
there was a order on the panel.
Oh, a new WAP came in the room and that nigga got disintegrated. Oh God.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It was wild.
We gonna do this tonight. I've been promising my subbies, and we gonna do this.
Let's go. Okay. I'm on mute. Say less.
I'm so confused as to what's going on.
Hey, Nico. What's up, sis? Oh, shit. What's up, sis?
Hi, bro.
Listen,
Oh,
Nequa,
she's on
you
the
and
road.
Jaden, I want you guys in push that knife.
And she's bad. Nequa does
You
not
want me
need
to
to go
win?
over there. Quit
No.
inviting people over there that don't need to be there.
No. She doesn't have to say anything. I will protect Nequa. I swear to God, I will protect her.
I already
Because
heard them
she
when they
she
said
will be
that
she
females
will
was
be
more
a
I
push
went
special.
over
that
to
knife
some
person.
Hold
chat and
on,
there was a lot of
DG,
like bickering. I'm
cut
like,
your
oh
mic off.
no.
I mean, cut your video off.
Hey, but you know them New York and the
Turn off your
Jersey
video.
niggas, they like to
Yeah,
roast.
I know how New Yorkers get down, and they
Oh
like,
God. They
Hold on.
love to roast, but I
Turn
will
off,
protect you. I swear to God. They would
turn
have
off
no
your video,
problem with
Lady
making sure you're
G.
good. Promise.
You
You
got
would be
okay.
good.
There you got your
I'm gonna
video
stand down.
on.
Stand down. Greg is standing down. I'm going to troll.
Cut
Hold
your
tight.
video off, GG. You got it on again. There you go.
hey, General Genie Little Spoon.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mac.
where
Hey.
Carl trying to get into the room.
Okay. Did you send him the
Find
link?
Carl. I did. Find Carl Glover. We need him in the room with us.
Well, it'll
Glover.
pop up on here when he clicked the link. When he clicks the link and enters, it'll pop up on here, and then I just have to add him to the stream.
But for the record, Gary, my children got a stern situation. I don't whip my kids, but they regret the fact that they ate your pecan
Craig,
shit.
you
I
need
gotta
to go
wait for her
dead
to
from the candy lady to the post office. That's all it is to it. If you take it in the
for
house,
real
somebody
straight. I swear to God, the next time she does it,
told
I'm
you
going
that.
straight
I
from the candy
told
lady,
you that
and I'm
on the
going
first
to the
batch.
This is 1 day service. I can't go to the post office. I go to the UPS store or something. Got to make sure it's packaged fresh. Because I wouldn't.
They struck gold when they found that candy too. I know they did.
Oh, them niggas went
It was like,
crazy.
oh
Son.
no, there's candy in the goat.
Oh boy,
I just
cuss.
wanted to remind you guys before you guys forget that April 3rd is my Sip and Paint listening party at 9:30 p.m. So please come
That's
through.
Miss Poetic right there, Miss Poetic Justice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yo, maybe my sunglasses will be there by then.
April the 3rd on your
Lady
channel.
T,
On
tell
your
us a
channel,
little
Nico?
bit. Yeah, I'm on tandem stream. What I guess she gonna send me the link.
Big bro will be there.
Tell us a little bit about Carl before he pops up, Lady Gigi. Do you prefer Gigi or Lady G or
Lady G, Gigi, whichever y'all feel comfortable. I go by both.
okay?
Whatever y'all feel comfortable with.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
Carl, I'm gonna tell you,
Hi, Lady
Carl, he
Gigi.
good people. Hi, Poetic Justice. Hi.
How are you? It's such a pleasure being on the same stage as you again.
Absolutely. Same here, vice versa. Same image in the mirror. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And thank you for coming in the room with us to have this real talk and everything. And tonight I was going to bring on a special guest. His name is Carl Glover. And he's the CEO of Glover Pro Sound. He has his own studio here in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's a Grammy Award winning engineer. And he's worked with a lot of people in the industry. He worked with Tupac. He's worked with TLC. He's worked with Dallas Austin. He's worked with Curtis Mayfield. He's worked with Will Smith. He's worked with Monica, that's here out of Atlanta. He worked with the P-Funk with us and George Clinton of the Parliament Funkadelics. He worked with Too Short, Outkast, Public Enemy. He got 20 years in the game. And he got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Well, I really appreciate you for bringing him on.
Yeah, he's actually very, very special. And he's worked with Shorty B. You know Shorty B. Shorty B, good people. That's some of his people. That's some of his folks.
Yo, and he really helped out on Chuck's album, the autobiography of Mr. Chuck. when actually KK and I are on that album, so I love him for that. So big ups.
Shout out to the phenomenal Shorty B. We love you and we love you for everything that you do and everything that you've done and everything that you continue to do, brother. And that's coming from Lady G. So we're gonna get calls in the building and he's gonna tell us couple of things that he wanted to share. Some kind of behind the scenes stuff. I talked to him earlier today on the phone. I stayed on the phone with him for a minute, probably about over an hour. And I was like, save some of that for the show. We need that. I want that. I know Bootleg gonna love it. And Tasha gonna love it too.
Oh yes.
But it's a real talk. We just know it's
Already
real
say less. Say less.
And
I'm rocking with this. Say less.
Just a platform for people to finally express themselves and get out what they've been probably holding on for a long time. And a lot of people's not given the credit that they deserve that's been in Atlanta and that has contributed to a lot of people's success.
And that's why I wanted them to come right here on the Treehouse so that Tasha could put the visual along with any music or anything. You know, make the whole experience a lot better, especially for the Treehouse audience. I respect Tasha. I know a lot of content creators, but when I came over to YouTube, I was a spectator. You know, I looked at a lot of stuff going on, and when I bumped into Tasha, I respected her content because she was at the neck of a group that I despise. Right. You remember them new ops used to come to the state studio, the little niggas with the scrolls and all that shit and blah blah blah. You know, GG. They used to come in, comic books, and I just respect her because I knew that she was coming from a perspective of exposing something that needed to be exposed, and I gravitated to her. And then she was just like one of these people that just nurtured my intellect on how to maneuver. Now, do I listen to her all the time? No. Does she get on me? Yes.
Yeah, you do listen to her all the time. And does she get on you? Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Like Craig, okay, you're being bad.
Like, but he just won't follow instructions.
That's what I do.
Sometimes he do. When it
I've been agitated. No, I listen to the credible stuff. I listen to 95% of the stuff that you say. That other 5%, I'm just being a hard ass. That's just my drill sergeant.
Your feet gonna get tired sooner or later.
Right, Tasha? But that's what we bootleg. Hey, that's bootleg. Bootleg would be the same if it was the opposite. It just don't go together. That's what make bootleg. Y'all notice how I said bootleg name? I'm the only one say bootleg name like it's supposed to be said.
Fact.
That's Little Spoon say the Anunnaki ancestors will get Dr. NK back for some real sea mouse. I'm gonna have to
been on a platform.
Like this is
like trying to infiltrate Clubhouse.
So I've been on the line with NK pretty much every day for a few months, and I haven't heard from Son in a while.
The aliens got him.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's looking like. Now
they say they want some. He shouldn't have tried. Hey, William, he shouldn't have tried to give them some knockout sea mouse from the Hudson River.
Now I'll say this, right? I got a weird collect call the other day, and it said that the call was coming from an Anunnaki prison facility. I didn't accept it because who knows how much that's gonna cost.
That was York, son. That was York. York was calling you.
No, that's the alien that was on lockup that was using sea mouse for toilet paper.
Either that, either that or NK is locked up
with the alien
on
that
the barrel. He might be locked up on the barrel. And if he's locked up on the barrel, there's really not much I could do for him. I might be able to like patch him in for a couple. You know, he might try to send a couple things. You know, maybe, but we'll see.
Ramel,
I might be
I'm
Ramel,
keeping
able
my
to
ears out
see if
for him.
the
Ramel,
Empress
come get
can.
him, Ramel. My son going crazy right now. He's about to talk
Little
some
Fifi
stupid shit right
from
now.
Gilbert.
Come get him, Ramel.
But
Yo,
Gigi, if it makes it
I'm
easier for
worried that if he
Carl,
comes back, it'll be a clone.
oh, she'd have dropped off.
Oh no. I'm worried if he comes back, it's gonna be serious.
He gonna come back with an alien baby.
Oh gosh.
Wow. That part.
So I heard some talk about the plantation, and we want to make sure that we donate to the plantation because word on the street is the slaves have now melted down the pitchforks to make fake gold chains. So make sure you donate to the plantation.
They done took my shoes, family.
The livestock is gone. The footwear, all the footwear on the plantation is gone. The cotton is dying on the fields. There was some corn at one point, but I don't even there's not even any corn anymore.
They left
It's
doing
bad.
the Dougie down the road singing "Do Anything for Clout." I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's wild because NK left me with a couple things. I don't know how I'm gonna package it. Maybe he's gonna send something from his prison cell, but
all that sea mouse he got is coming from the Hudson.
Yeah, but now he's got some type of alien products, and I think that's what got him locked up. What it looks like is he's stolen alien technology.
He stole a spaceship. I know that much.
Yeah, there was a spaceship at one point. He's riding around the spaceship doing shows. I don't know what's up with son. I just want to let the aliens know that I ain't got nothing to do with him like that.
You was just letting him use your channel.
I let him use my channel, to try to give back because I made a lot of rap songs about killing black people. So I had to give back.
Yo, I was listening to one of your songs the other day. Apparently,
Really?
because I liked it, it was on my offline playlist.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What was it? Michael Myers or something like that?
Oh, the Michael Myers song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our Halloween project.
I figured.
Yeah, me and the kids made a horror movie.
There she go.
Hold on, I'm calling, sis. Hold on.
And you fell off.
You drove off 75 of the kids in the mothership. Yo, so apparently I've been doing some research, and word on the street is that Elijah Muhammad is not dead. He's riding around outside of Earth on the mothership. So there's that.
Big bro, I was wondering if you can have like some of your like exact friends or whomever like Gigi and stuff like that come to like my
best revision.
my listening party to like hear like some of my stuff and see what they think, because I would really love to know what they think about
well, not to cut you off, but Tasha, can you drop the link in the chat because Carl's here now in the chat, and Gigi's telling them how to come up.
Before you come up, mute your YouTube video and then click on the link, because if not, it's gonna be hella reverb. Okay, family, we finna get started now.
Tell them one more time. Tell them one more time to turn your YouTube. Go to your
YouTube video,
right,
and then click on the link, and it'll drop you over into the other page, and then join.
Let me say something off kilter real quick. 3 God is 3 less than 6 God. So Nature Boy is the conscious community Drake.
And that's today's mathematics.
Now let's get started on the interview as soon as we get everybody up here.
I'm going on mute.
Already. Dead silence.
All right, I got
Welcome
something
to
else.
CurbService.
I got something else off kilter to say. Young Pharaoh's which one? What letter is it? His T friend looks a little bit like AB. So if you put T and AB together, that's Tab, and that's a really
Tab.
sweet soda. And Genie is really sweet. I'm going on mute.
10-pound bag of Dixie Crystal. Excuse me.
Boom, boom.
Okay, Carl, are you having problems, baby?
What the?
Okay, hold
that's
on.
what I was about to ask.
Hold on.
They good.
I'm finna put myself on mute for a sec.
So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good, brother. Listen, I want to thank you. Every time I put the call out, you always come through. So, little bro,
Yeah.
I respect you for that, my nigga. Thank you.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing. It's nothing. Truly, it's not a big deal. I'm just
You know,
happy
I'm
that I
here
can
to
help
not
because I
die or
know that
anything. I just
you're going to
can't be
start
fighting
trouble.
with people because you know, I just know how it be getting inside of like Clubhouse. They get real disrespectful in there.
No, but that's no. Listen, it's different.
I
They
feel
do
like
that
when I
as a
add to the
release.
pictures, when I add on in the ways that I can, that I'm adding to all of that, and that makes me feel good. I support all righteous
Cut the
trolling.
camera off, Gigi.
Right, but back to what Nico was saying. I'm gonna put you in the zone with some people that might be able to do some things, even though it's a roast session and yeah, they go hard.
Okay, Carl's
there's
coming up. He
Okay,
should be
I've been
coming.
working out all day, y'all. So I got my scully on.
Oh
Get
yeah.
a little exercise in.
Hey, while y'all playing, Gigi, I kind of feel gross for saying this, but fellas, Gigi is not a bad looking female. So
Thank you very
even if
much.
she's got a scully on, you guys gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, Aaliyah?" So,
I've been
and
working
I
all
say that just to give my sis props. That's it.
I get
Yes,
Angela
and if you
Bassett
haven't
vibes
seen
off them
Gigi,
cheekbones, hunty.
if you haven't
That's
seen
a
Gigi,
fact.
you can
That's
see
a fact.
Gigi
I know
She's
that's
got
on the
Angela
video that
Bassett
we dropped
cheekbones.
that was
She's
dropped
got high
today.
cheekbones. She
I
does.
will play Angela Bassett part anytime. I always got that one too. I got Aaliyah, look like
That
her,
part.
and I
That part.
definitely.
Jeez. Okay, now we really finna get started,
What's
family.
up,
Hey, J
folks?
Vision.
Greetings.
All right, I'm going on mute now. Peace,
Hey,
Carl.
what's going on? You can keep your camera on if you want to. I've been working out all day, so I'm chilling.
Well,
But I'm glad
I'm in
you
chill
Carl,
mode.
made
thank you for coming to the platform, Carl. I appreciate you, sir. Welcome to the Treehouse.
Hey, no problem,
My
man.
name's Craig B, aka Bootleg. My sis Tasha, aka CCC TV
Hello.
/ the Treehouse, welcomes you. We want to try to delve into certain aspects of what we've gone through in our journey as far as being in this industry. Feel free to be as candid as you want to. If there's things that you don't want to talk about, we will respect you and your ideology. And I'm gonna stand down and chime in, briefly. But I'm gonna let you and Gigi and Tree and Jaded and Nikwa get your stuff off. So Gigi, introduce your people and let him and y'all go at it.
Yes, so again, I want to welcome you inside the room, and I wanted to get an interview on you. We wanted to talk to you about Atlanta, because I know you've been a native of Atlanta, and you worked with a lot of people in the industry that's been very successful, and
No,
you contribute.
yep.
You contribute to a lot of their success. Carl is an engineer. When I actually was up at Dark Studios when I was signed to Sound Records, working with George them Collabo on their stuff. He was one of the engineers up there, and he did a lot of stuff on a lot of people's music. Without engineering, ain't no song. Without no mixing, mastering, there's no songs. So he's paid a big contribution, and he needs to be thanked for that. And if nobody didn't thank you, Lady G, Bootleg, Tasha, and everybody else in the room does thank you. And we definitely appreciate you for everything that you've done to the industry,
Well, thank
and that you've taken people to a whole nother level in their lives.
well,
He's a
thank
Grammy
you. I
Award
appreciate that.
engineering. He's just not any engineering. He's a Grammy Award winning engineer, and he's worked with a very
Yep,
artist.
won the Grammy for TLC Creep. I'm sure you all probably have all heard that song. But that was the Crazy Sexy Cool album. But yeah, I think actually, Gigi, I think I originally met you at Dark.
I
And
was out there hanging out after when I got off the radio station.
Yep,
When I got off
yep,
work, I went to Dark because
yep,
I was trying to network with the artists, because I wasn't just a radio personality / show producer with the Flip Squad. I knew that I was the artist first, and it was just so
right,
happened I was good at both, but my heart was into music first, and then radio just fell on my lap, and it was just the perfect opportunity for me to take that opportunity, which I did, and I'm glad I did, because a lot of people had flourished and blossomed from Bootleg, KK, and me creating the Flip Squad and putting
yeah. You
Atlanta on.
guys were the originators. Especially in the radio arena. So much respect to you all too. Because without you guys, hey, it doesn't matter how good your song is. If it's not getting played, nobody knows about it. So kudos to you all too. But yeah, a lot of people don't know what DARP is or anything like that. So I'll give you a little bit of background about that. DARP was Dallas Austin Recording Projects. And for y'all that I guess don't know, well, if you're Atlanta folks, you know who Dallas Austin is. But Dallas is a quote unquote super producer. Same level as a Puffy. Well, I still call him Puffy. P Diddy, since he did change his name since back in the day.
Right.
And Jermaine Dupri and so on and so forth. Dallas is one of the main working people that really kind of pushed the Atlanta music scene over the top. But yeah, I mean that's where we originally met, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I was working on TLC thing and the Crazy Sexy Cool album. And as well as George George Clinton. It was like everybody was in the studio. So
I know everybody was there. Me, you, Dallas, Left Eye, Chili, T-Bob, Goody Mob,
Puffy. Yeah, I mean Busta Rhymes, everybody. It was just kind of.
Now, did Busta want to sign with? At one time, he tried to sign with Dallas. What happened with that? With Dallas Austin, when he tried to sign with Dallas Austin?
Oh wow, yeah. That's an interesting story. That was right after he, I guess the leaders of the new school had lost their deal, and he was kind of in between record deals, and he came to basically started working out of Dark, and I did a lot of work with Buster too. Just stuff that he was demoing to get.
That's funny.
You know what? You did tell me about that story about the flip mode.
Your Buster came up to the radio station. Bootleg, tell him we were the Flip Squad, not the Flip Mode Squad.
Well, I've told that story on here several times, but to sum it up, He roasted me about the name. Well,
Right.
actually roasted KK. And KK came to me like, oh, yo, Buster's on my neck behind the name. So I'm like, oh, okay, yo, Buster, we the flip squad. We do it like this. This is a certain protocol that we have. Nobody has infringed or trademarked your name, and we're not the flip mode squad. Yo, Bus, we the flip squad.
I
Yo,
know.
stand down.
Right.
Yo,
I
stall
know.
him out. You know,
Bus walk.
stall him
Bus
out, Debo.
in there.
You know,
Bootleg
Yo,
Bus.
Buster
stand
might
down
have been
so you
kind of
start
like
snapping.
you are.
Now I got
Yo,
another
back at it.
question, right? Just for the
Uh-huh.
family, so we can set the scene, right? Now this is higher learning Buster Rhymes, right?
Yeah.
This is the skinny Buster Rhymes
No,
with
this is
the dreads coming out,
yeah,
with the
actually,
locks
yeah,
coming
this is
out
how you're
with the
learning
high
Buster
top
Rhymes.
fade
This
Buster
is the
Rhymes.
dreads and all. Not excuse me, the locks and all. This is the
This is
how you're learning Buster.
the here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what?
Right, here we go, yo.
Scenario.
Here we go,
Okay.
yo. So
Okay.
what's up, scenario? Like him and Storm was like really on point before his man
The chickeny
passed.
the chocolate chicken Buster
Can't
Rhymes
believe it.
for the
This is
family.
the lock.
Somebody audio is off. It sounds like somebody eating corn nuts. That's how I know.
No,
I think
actually,
it's
it's
Carl.
choppy. It's Carl. Yeah, his
Yeah,
audio is choppy.
mute your mic and then unmute it, Carl, and see if that fixes it.
It's picking
Okay,
up
let's
other,
see.
picking up other sound
Hold on.
effects from the background.
On Restream, it be sounding like they eating corn nuts or something.
Right, right. Because we want clear.
Okay.
Look at that computer boo boo girl. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, I muted it and I came back on. Is that any better?
Good though.
No, you're still kind of choppy. So when you no disrespect, Carl,
Uh-huh.
but when you're not talking, if you go on mute until you start talking, because for some reason you're getting a click, you're getting a distortion in your audio.
Fix it if he drops down and comes back up. It's not him, it's Restream. If enough people up here, somebody audio gonna jack up. Drop down and come back up and make sure you're in a strong signal area where you at.
Well, Busta Rhymes is from New York. Like his kids went to Northern Parkway and all that. Huh?
I said I like
Busta Rhymes from New York.
Yeah. He had this flow was like it was like a double triple time kind of flow, and it was even George said to me, wow, that's amazing. We was listening to it. We was going to a show when they were here in Atlanta, or I had just left the studio or something. I think I may have left Dark Studios, and we started playing on the radio, and it's like that's clever. Because it was very clever because nobody had done it like that, you know. And it was almost like it was just like his voice was the instrumental of the beat, you know. It was like actually like a drum of the beat, and this stuff just came off like that. But you know,
DMX. I mean, Busta Rhymes' voice was distinctive, like how DMX voice was so distinctive. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just stood out.
Right.
It just made the song.
Pause for a minute. We want to get Carl audio straight. Carl, drop down, leave the room, and then come back, and that should fix it.
Okay,
and make sure wherever you are. Say that again.
He's totally. Would it be better if I dropped down and that would leave a little bit?
No, it's not you. It's Carl's connection. What he has to totally
Restream, Craig.
Sometimes, when it be mad people.
Restream does this all the time when you have more than like 3 people.
Yeah, like so I could pop down. For a minute, so then the interview could.
Yeah, see if it'll. Yeah,
no, I'll drop down and then you guys can talk, and then I'll come back up whenever you guys are done.
Let's let Carl and Gigi chop it up first, and then y'all will come back up.
That'll work.
Okay.
All right.
Peace. Okay, me and Craig will be muted mostly.
So that's basically what it is. When too many people on screen, and then it's on the back. Give that feedback.
Yeah, it's gonna pick one person, and the audio gonna be jacked. It always does it. It's just Carl is the new person tonight, so Restream gonna pick on Carl.
Gotcha.
You're hazed by electronics, Carl.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Okay, so
It sounds like it's a buffering thing going on.
I'm gonna mute you for 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna unmute your mic and see if that'll fix it completely. 5, 4,
Go ahead.
3.
A computer wizard. She does it all.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm an IT by trade.
Okay.
Go ahead, D. We love you, Tasha.
Love you too. So, Carl, go ahead and click that leave button. It should either be up in the upper right or the lower right. And then just use the link and come right back in, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, and it should clear itself up. At least it ain't Borgin tonight. I'd rather it sound like somebody eating corn chips.
Oh,
That
wow,
part.
that sounds
That
much
part.
better.
No, but
Yeah,
And
it
we'll
sounds much
apologize for the technical difficulties. That's just how it goes sometimes,
Hey, man,
people.
there's
I'm
a
gonna blame it on
technology for you, man.
Restream because
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Now you sound good. Now there we go.
Now we can
Okay.
get down to the meat and potatoes.
Okay, sounds good.
meat and
So we gonna
potatoes.
sit.
That's
I'm
that
gonna mute
technology.
myself, and Gigi, you in charge.
Yep. So Carl, finish telling us about who you work with, and also, y'all, he did that. He worked on that Too Shorts cocktail. That was the bomb.
Oh yeah, we did that whole album. That was album 10 that he was talking about. Well, I'm gonna retire after this album, and I'm like,
Yeah,
matter
right.
of fact, he said something about that just a couple of days ago. I was
How
like,
many
sure, man.
times Too Short, aka Todd, say he gonna retire? How many times Todd
Yo,
has retired?
Todd, I swear to God, I hate you. He
Look,
hated on
I
me.
told
Now you know he used to. Ooh,
Short
God, I
told
got a
me.
story on that one. I'm
Too
gonna keep
Short
that.
told me. Too Short told me, this is the God honest truth. He said he pulled me aside and he was like, I was at Dangerous Studio, Oakland City, his studio.
Oh yes.
And he said, Lady G, I had a dream about doing a song with you. And I said, well, let's do it then. And then he said he had end up, it was like a label thing or whatever, or whoever they was signed with at that time. He said he ended up doing a song with Little Kim.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Too Short.
I think
is
they were
cool.
on Jive Records at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, so he couldn't do what he really wanted to do. He just had to do what the label instructed him to do.
Yep.
And control comes in, and that's basically what happened to me. I didn't have complete control of my project because
Right.
when I was signed to Intersound Records and I had got my deal right after the radio, being the first female to go from radio to a record deal in the South, working with
That's
a major label with George and all of them. I wanted to bring in different people like that I know, like Nick Fury, and people that really knew hip hop, but they grouped me with people that didn't understand hip hop. Hip hop, you have to live it. It's your DNA. Is nothing that you can try to create of your own. They teamed me up with Avin Spike, may he rest in peace, and he was my engineer, but he was trying to do production too. And that's where it comes in, where you don't have complete control of your project. Like you can't bring in the people that you wanted to. And then once I got my foot in the door, I was gonna start bringing people in like Ludo, Chris, and all them folk, people that I knew, that I felt that were good. But then again, everything shifted. But Short, all his stuff, Bootleg, like we played all his stuff on the radio, like everything.
Yeah.
Like
y'all broke a lot of the early hip hop period.
All of his records.
Yeah.
We
You should have just grabbed him and put him in the vocal booth and made him do it. And just saved it for later on. and you know, that's how a lot of stuff gets done in the business. You know, you know, they don't have permission per se. You know, they just go ahead and do it. You know,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, you know, I have nothing but good things to say about Short. You know, he's always been a real, you know, real people. You know, and that's one thing that I kind of you know, really respect in the industry. There are a lot of people out there that are full of BS. You know, a lot of people out there just on hype and all that kind of stuff. You know, and you know, I was kind of a person. You know, like I say, I grew up in a military family. My dad was a colonel in the army, so it was like the hype and the BS. You know, didn't fly, and you
Right.
know,
So
I've
you was
always carried myself
military.
like that.
You had a
You know,
military background, so you was very disciplined. Being
yeah, you know, it was about getting the mission done. You know, kind of thing. You know, and all that hype and BS. You know, that
right,
was for the fans and all that kind of stuff. You know.
right. But yeah, I always had a lot of respect for Too Short. Too Short's always been he's been a very humble person. Too Short is very, very intelligent. He's very, very smart. And
Yeah, I mean,
I had a conversation with him, and I'm like, whoa, hold up, you supposed to be a lawyer.
right, right. Well, you know, think about it. You know, he's
I'm like,
God
wow.
only knows how many albums he has now.
And another
It's got to
person,
be over 20.
is Shorty B. He another one of
Oh
them.
man, that is my boy.
Y'all
I love me some Shorty
CEO.
B.
I'm like, y'all CEOs of another planet. Yeah, Shorty B, another phenomenal person that I've had the privilege to cross their path, even though we didn't get to work together. But he worked with a lot of people that I had worked with, and he had a nephew that was into music and stuff like that. And I end up, start writing songs with him, and we were trying to get some stuff done. And everybody kind of went their separate ways. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I was in Bootleg, and I was telling Tasha, we was on our other conversation. Industry is big, but it's small at the same time. Everybody know everybody.
Yep.
And but we
I had a question.
appreciate you, man.
It said, was this the album with Drop the Top on it?
Was that on that album? Yes, it was, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo, Gigi, let Tasha talk with your man right quick while you leave and then come back out, because you're choppy and I want you to be as pure and as audible as possible. So what I need you to do is hit that leave button at the bottom on your right. Come back in the room. Hit the link and come back in, because you're not doing yourself for the please come back in, because I want you to be and if I gotta leave, I will leave. But I need you to come back in.
You can tell by your avatar. When your avatar look clear, you good to go. When it look a little fuzzy, you might start to sounding funny.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's open up people that's starting the stream and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave so y'all can talk and he can chop it up with Tasha.
No. Listen,
You
Gigi,
just
no.
want to leave and come back in. Same thing we did with Carl.
Gigi, I think you misunderstood what I was saying. I want you to leave and then come right back in so that your audio can be clear. Because right now you're kind of choppy. I'm gonna leave and stand down, but I need you to chop it up. I need you to be on the platform. So I need you to leave and come right back in. I need you to leave, then come right back in so you and your man can chop it up. Because I want you to sound pure in your audio. I want you to do what your people just did so that you can be clear. That's what I'm saying. I want you to run this tonight, Gigi. This is your show.
All right, Bootleg. That took a long time to say that, but I'm going to do it right now.
Okay, sounds good, folks.
Simple as that. 1, 2, 3.
So, Carl, I just want to thank you first off for gracing this platform.
Oh, no problem, man. Like I say, I was talking to Gigi. I love being around real people. And if it's helping, especially, you know, kind of educate some of the people
Okay, well, let
trying
me
to
tell
get into the
Bootleg, because
business.
y'all know how Bootleg is. I left and I came back, Bootleg.
Okay. If you home, go to where your signal
I
is
wasn't gone.
strongest.
Hey, I wasn't gone too long, was it?
Mm-mm. If you're home, go to where your signal is strongest, and that'll help with it as well.
Oh yeah, I'm at
Yeah,
home.
I came and sat by my router, so it cleared it up a little bit too.
Yeah. This is not just my show. This is Tasha's and Bootleg's and everybody else's show for the whole world to hear the truth. So get
So
in with
Gigi had mentioned that you work with Tupac.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? The first time I worked with Pod was actually on the Cocktails album, because he was on maybe 3 or 4 of the songs that was on the Too Short album, and that's the first time that I worked with Pod. But I worked with him later on too, and I think I think I worked with him through Shorty B, who we were talking about a little bit earlier. Also, you know, that's how I got in contact with that whole West Coast crew. You know, yeah. So I mean, you know, Short opened up a lot of doors for me. You know, as far as back in those days, they still had that East Coast West Coast thing happening, and they didn't really too much kind of mingle, you know, together. But Short was the one who really kind of plugged me into that West Coast stuff, also.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, Pac was, you know, an amazing artist. You know, you know, one of the few people, especially rappers, that could, you know, really go into the vocal booth and put their whole verse down or whatever they were doing, without mistakes and without having to do punch ins. You know, you know, you know, amazing with that kind of stuff. You know, on top of him just being Pac, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
the funny thing about it, you know, people on the outside kind of looking in just saw the persona, you know, of who Tupac was, you know, but really, you know, in the studio, he was a quiet dude. You know, he was a quiet guy. He'd sit over in the corner and do his little writing. Um, so it wasn't the same persona as, you know, that, you know, the public kind of really saw Pac, you know.
mhm.
But one thing I'll say about him, he was always just a real people. You know, he was just straight up, you know, and which I respect a lot, you know.
So you worked with him on when he did features on Too Short's album. Did you work on him on any of his solo projects?
Yeah, but you know, the way it works as an engineer, sometimes you'll work on something and you know it might be 2 or 3 years before it actually comes out, you know, so it wasn't always immediate. So yeah, I worked on some stuff that ended up being on other albums also, you know. But in the same instance, you know, I worked on Biggie stuff. You know, I recorded with Biggie, you know, and you know, that was all through Bad Boy, you know, because at that time, you know, Puffy had just launched Bad Boy, you know, so I got to work with a lot of that stuff too. Yeah,
And
but
how was
that's
it
that's a
working with
cool.
Biggie?
Biggie was cool. It was cool working with him also, you know.
All of them.
But go ahead.
So all of them was like that. Like Tupac, when I met Tupac, I met Pac. I was at I think it was the Platinum House, from what I recall. And then all
Okay.
of them had that. He just had that aura where he was just. It's like he was always thinking about something. You know what I mean? Even when he was talking, it was like he was thinking about something.
Yeah, I
And
mean, he was a deep brother.
he
You
was just a
know.
wonderful. He was fantastic. He was just a good person. And then, you know, even like people like Snoop and Dre, how you see them when they were first coming out and they were coming out, you know, with the West Coast thing or whatever, you know, shoot 'em up thing, whatever, you know, gang. Their personality is completely the opposite. They are
Yeah.
so silly. They're silly. Snoop
Yep.
silly. All of them silly. They are so funny. What's his name? What's his name? Not Ice T, but I
Ice
forget.
Cube.
Ice Cube.
Mhm.
Silly. They could have been comedians. It's more rapper comedians than there is comedians.
Right.
But they
Right.
have to show a certain side of themselves to try to get their music out there and to cater to
Right.
a certain audience. But then again, they can loosen up when they get on Instagram, when they get on Facebook. They can do, they are silly. I'm telling you, they're
Yeah,
silly.
especially if
That's
you're in
why
the studio with them.
it's
The
amazing.
whole
They're
East Coast West Coast thing was just hype. It was hype for the fans.
that's it.
Because they're
It wasn't that like yeah. It wasn't that like was like hey, that's what it was. But they catered to a certain audience and they was trying to get a point across, and they did.
right.
And I
Yeah.
remember when me and Bootleg and KK, the Flip Squad, was at Hot, and when all that rivalry was going on with the East Coast and the West Coast, that's when we saw music was getting ready to change. I felt it. I felt it in my heart. I was like, hold up, it's too many people getting killed, like for nothing.
Yep.
Like all they're doing is doing music. They got money. You up there, you on top, but it's about the power and it's about who's doing what and who's on top. And it took away from the hip hop, and it took
Right.
them to a whole nother dimension to where people wasn't enjoying the music no more necessarily. They was looking into the message they was given, and the messages
Right.
were negative. So then music changed and shift. So then people up north was like, what, fuck this. We ain't trying to be listening to all this stuff no more. We tired of listening to y'all, battling
Right.
against, dissing each other, this and that and that and that. And that's when music changed. And we knew that. Me, Bootleg, KK, we were in the studio at Hot 97. I said the music, and I said to him, the music's about to change. It's been a shift, and it's going to come to the South. And you know why it came to the South? Because everybody was bouncing. Everybody was the freaknik. Everybody was having fun. Everybody was doing, the bass music. That's what people want. They wanted the love. They wanted the love and the music and joy to make them dance, not, killing each other and stuff. The South ain't never been on it like that. We ain't never been brought up to be doing this, killing it, setting somebody
Gang
up.
banging and all that. Yeah. This wasn't here. Yeah.
It was music, and that's what fed the soul of the South, and
Yep.
that's why Goody Mob,
Exactly.
Cell Therapy and Outcasts and Elevators, and then people started,
Exactly.
hold up, we need to be listening to the South stuff. Then the North started listening to the South stuff, and then up North they was like, wait a minute, they started, now the music changed again. Now we had to change our format on the radio station because we are the actual ones that put Outkast, Elevator, Goody Mom, Dungeon Family, Kid Rock, L.A. Snow, Raheem the Dream, Shorty B, MC Breed. We put them in rotation. You understand what I'm saying? And that, people mind frames like, hey, we enjoying this music. This is great music. Not knocking up north. We love the north. We love what Puppy was doing. We love what Biggie they was doing. But they was battling with each other like for what? What, to cause people to get killed? It wasn't even worth it.
It got dangerous.
You know what I'm saying?
It really got dangerous.
That's why I went to the funk and I went to the mothership, because I know what? Funk ain't gonna never die. And even if I get older,
you right about that.
I am, I'm still gonna have an audience because I love the funk and I love the mothership, and I can fuse it, and I could do the hip hop. I could do what I want to do, because that is the DNA of hip hop. And people, that's why I got a lot of respect for George. And not to bring him in a conversation, but George taught me a lot. You know what I mean? And people of my generation or younger, or me, Bootleg, and KK, you know, it's like, okay, they normally don't listen to the kind of stuff, but I always thought futuristically about making decisions of what kind of music I want to do. And that's why I'm so diverse. And that's when I got my record deal with Inner Sound Records. They didn't know how to market me because I was so diverse. They didn't know, okay, what genre we gonna put her in, because
Right.
she does everything. You saw me at Darts
Yeah.
working.
Well,
I'm
you
in
know,
the
the real
studio.
deal is a lot of the executives, the record executives, the people that are signing the checks, they wouldn't know a hit if it hit them in the head. You know,
No, they would.
you know, they're you know, I hate to say it, but paper pushers and pencil signers, you know.
That's it.
So they were basically
What
just
helped me,
going on, you know, well, what's hot in the street? You know, well, let's sign
what
this
helped me,
person or
Carl,
blah 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 blah. You
and what
know,
helped me,
so
Carl,
mhm.
what helped me, Carl, was being at that radio station, actually listening and playing to what people like. So that put me
Right,
jump heads and
right.
hearts ahead because I knew what to write and what they wanted to hear. So I already knew what I was gonna go do in the studio because I've already played the sound and what
Right.
that is tuned to. You see what I'm saying? So even
Yeah.
when I was at Dark Studio and I was up there recording, working on my projects, I was in 3 different sessions in the same night. Like I went in,
Wow. Leave
I went in,
one studio A and go to studio B.
no, I know, right? I was in
Yeah.
Studio A, and I went in there, and I was just sitting there, and I was sitting there, and I was just writing. And one of my wonderful mentors, Miss Belita Woods,
Oh
she
wow, man. I miss Belita.
for Parliament Funkadelics, and she came over to me, and you know, she had that real soft voice, real pleasant, real kind, and she was like, "What you working on?" And I told her, I said, "I'm just writing something to this track." She says, "I've never did a song with a female rapper before. The last song I did was Getting It with Too Short." And I said,
Wow.
"Okay." I said, "Well, let's do a song together." So we did a song called Don't Dance Too Close. And
Okay.
we
Okay.
recorded it. And Avin Spikes, he engineered it.
Okay.
And phenomenal. And then the next thing, I look around and somebody coming in. Dallas peep his head in, look and see what's going on. Then I go to Studio B, the dance band.
Yep.
The dance band, jazz band. It's like, hey, we steal you over here for a minute. We got some. We want you to think. We want your opinion. What you think? So they was working on a song called "Proud Mary," and it was one of Tina Turner's songs that they was gonna do, but in a jazz form with a funk
Okay.
vibe. So I go in there, right? No verse for that. Lay it down. Oh man. Then I get pulled in another session.
You know, that's the way it was, though. You know,
Studio C.
yeah, you might
It's like,
show up there to do one thing, and
oh
you know,
my
you
God,
leave at the end
I
of the
had these
night,
sessions. I know, but that
and
was
you're on 4 or 5 different songs.
that's just how it happened, you know. So we did
Yep.
Proud Mary. Proud Mary actually was supposed to be my first single that came out. And
Wow.
Anderson Records sent all of my pictures, flyers, promotional to the radio station, to Hot
Wow.
97.5. And they sent it to all the other stations all over the world, you know. So, you know, like I said, I was up there working with TLC, I was up there working with Left Eye M, I was up there with Jamal, Fade Amal, I was up there
Oh
with
yeah. Yep.
Outkast,
Oh, people don't even remember Jamal
all
and
of
Illegal. Oh my
That's a
goodness.
fact.
working on
That's my nephew. I
Yep.
love that
working
nigga.
on my
Real
own
talk.
Man, hey,
It's
bro.
my nephew.
projects.
Yes,
And
sir.
then Paul, you was up there, you was engineering in some of the rooms, and then you was working with TLC then and everything
Yep.
like that. And that was basically when I first got off the radio. And again, don't get it twisted. And I'm gonna get everybody on point to understand that Ludacris was not the first person to go from radio Hot 97 to a record deal. I was.
You were.
That's a
That's right.
fact.
George
That's
Clinton,
a fact.
All Stars. I am one of the voices on the P-Funk
That's a
All-Star
fact.
with
That's
Anita
a
Woods,
fact.
Gary
Yep.
Scheider, people that's not here no
Yep.
more. The Queen of Funk. They use my voice
Yep.
and they
My.
used it
Yep.
with theirs. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I ain't hating on nobody, but at the same time, it's respect. You feel me? It's respect, and respect should be given what is due. So don't
Yeah.
twist
Yeah.
it
I agree.
and don't try to erase the Flip Squad. The Flip Squad is from 6 to
That's a
10.
fact.
That
That's
consists
a
of
fact.
3
Right.
people
Right.
in Atlanta, Georgia, that did the hardest that we did to try to put Atlanta on the map. We were tested. We had to
Yep.
put Atlanta
Y'all
on
did
the
it.
map. We had to create a show on in Atlanta to put Atlanta on and put all these niggas on that's on
Right.
top right now. So I have receipts. I have tapes. I have recordings. So you can't erase that.
Wow.
Yep.
No matter
Wow.
where
Yep.
you've been. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Would you?
Wow.
Once you're famous, you can't be unfamous.
Wow.
That's
You
the
may
truth.
Once you in the
not get
circle,
right
you in.
now.
I swear to God. No, hold
Trust
on. Let me call Post. Post. Listen, Post up. Oh God.
hold on.
Hold tight.
Trust me. When you're famous, you can't be unfamous. Do you understand? And I'm gonna tell you like this. Once you set your footprints, whether
Yep.
you got a blue check mark on your Instagram or whatever check mark on your Facebook, it don't matter. Because at the end of the night, the real people set the foundation for it. And
That's right.
trust me, it's 360. It's 360 degrees. And like
Yep.
George always told me, what goes around comes around. What went that way follows. Think about
Yep.
it.
Yep. Hey, well, I learned a whole lot
And
from
I'm
George.
being
Now,
real
I'm
with you.
gonna tell you, I learned some stuff from George, boy. Woo!
Oh,
I
I
love me
already
some
know.
George
I
Clinton.
learned a whole lot. But I'm gonna tell you, not to bring him up in the subject like that, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for him and his privacy.
Man,
But
good
at
people.
the same time, it's like this. Hot 97 put it down for Atlanta, Georgia. And all these people
Yep.
out here, from Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, all of them. If it wasn't for Hot 97 to break their records, they would have never been known. Because
Yep.
V103 wasn't showing them no kind of love. Greg Street, yeah, Greg Street wasn't showing them no love. Okay,
That's
but
a fact.
I tell you
That's
like
a
this,
fact.
Hot 97.5 believed in the art and craft and gave them the credit where they were due.
That's
Okay,
a fact.
before a
That's a
Ludacris.
fact.
Ludacris didn't even exist. Luda came
Yep.
after me. Let's get the
Yeah,
time
he was like that
here
next
straight.
generation. Yeah.
Chris came
That's
after
a
me.
fact. That's a fact. Yo, big sis, big
I
sis, big sis.
recommend, better yet, AKA, I'm gonna use the bigger word. I referred him to the radio station to
Ooh.
take my position. Okay, so don't get it
Yep.
twisted. Don't get it twisted. It was first the Flip Squad.
Some people will forget now. I don't know if it's
They
selective
forget, but
memory or
hey,
whatever it is, but hey,
no, it
don't
ain't
feel
that.
bad though,
It's,
Gigi,
I'm gonna tell you what
because
it is. I'm gonna tell
it
you what it
happens to
is.
me
It
too.
ain't that. It ain't. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's pride. You understand? With a capital
Yeah.
P.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pride.
yeah,
And
it's
because
pride.
you've created something to the whole world,
Right.
making them think something. It's almost like what they call what's the word they use for it? It's like
Half truths.
yeah, it's kind of like half truth, but it's one of those things where you have a person
He's
to
right.
believe
He's right.
it's
He's right. It's half truth. They want to tell you the story they want you to hear. They want to
right,
leave
Yep.
out the important
right.
shit.
And people believe
Real
Yep.
talk.
anything.
Now, hey, yo,
Not
and
no more
listen, Gigi,
that they think for
I'm gonna
themselves.
send you. I'm gonna send you a line on Ebony Electra. She just took a picture with Chris just recently, and you were asking about it. She's my Facebook friend, and we conversate on a low occasionally every now and then or whatever. but I was looking on her stuff here just today, and her and Chris were all buddied up. But send you the link. I'm send you.
Wow.
Got
Tell you something.
yeah.
I don't have, like I said, I don't have no beef with Chris. But at the same time, he knows the truth. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know the truth. And if you're such that person or sincere person, you're going to let everybody know the truth. You cannot live and think and pretend and be incognito.
Yep.
For the rest of your life. You cannot continue
Yep.
to do that. And it's not right to do that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have contributed to that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, you just got to do what's right. You just got to do what's right. And now you basically got yourself into something, and you never thought that would come knocking at your door. It could be a month later, 2 years later, 3 years later. But I'm telling you, my heart is always been into the music. And if it takes me a lifetime, trust me, karma is coming.
Yep. Yep.
Least expected. It's gonna knock at your door when you least expect it. And I felt it on my heart to do it now. This is what I'm doing. I'm bringing on all
you should get your
everybody,
just due.
Too Short, all of them.
Yeah.
On the platform to let the world know what they don't want to know.
Yeah,
But
that part. And I'm reaching out to them, and I'm reaching out to everybody. And we're gonna do this exclusively right here at the Treehouse.
Yeah, and it's another generation coming. You see what I'm saying?
All exclusive content.
Yes.
Right.
Bootleg. The next generation needs to know. Because the generation after that is gonna be all effed up.
Yep.
They need to know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they need to know the truth. And they need to know the do's and the don't. And who you think your friends are, they really not. Because if they can't benefit from you, then they don't want you around them. Or if they done something to you, they try to keep you away from other people. Conquer and divide.
So you won't tell the truth.
I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up to the chat, Professor Cupcake.
Or
hold tight, Gigi, hold tight. I love you, sis, but hold tight. I'm gonna let you have your stuff, but let me give up props to the folks that's in the building. They showing up. Professor Cupcake, the Treehouse loves you. You know you family. We mess with you, Professor Cupcake. Straight up. Jang Ho was pop. The Jang Ho was popping already. Gotta get you up. Leonard. Oh my God, my dog Leonard was popping, dog, already. Super troll. Now I'm back on mute, Gigi. I apologize, sis. I stand down.
No, it's cool.
It's all good, bro.
Hey, look, that's Bootleg. We can work together for years, so I already know what it is. That's my brother. I love my brother. But I'm gonna tell you like this: we shared a lot of stuff, and it's like an experience that can never be experienced again.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have a lot of respect for the people that's in the industry. The new music, I really don't get into it because I don't even listen to the radio. Like, I create my own stuff because it's like out of mind, out of sight. The same thing if you hear, because my ears are so in tune with sounds. Everything I hear what's below it, and I hear where it came from. So it does not intrigue me. Right. So I use my own creativity. But like with the younger people, I respect them. I give it up for them. The young females, the females is out, give it up for them. But you don't understand what they're saying. Like, and they're doing nursery rhymes. And that's sad because that means your vocabulary is so small to where, you mumbling, but you're not saying nothing. But they got the melodies down. Don't get me wrong. The melodies are good, but what are you saying? Like all I hear
Yep.
is yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well,
oh, hey,
thank you,
hey,
Gigi.
yo, hey,
Thank
yo,
you,
yeah,
Gigi.
yo,
Because we
I,
don't want the
Yep.
younger generation to think that
oh,
we're belittling
yeah,
you. Yo,
yeah,
we don't
yeah,
want to belittle you.
but, but,
We
but,
don't want to belittle you. We want to educate you
but
so
where
that we
is
can uplift you so that you can rise above where
no, but
we have gone.
where is the
Never, never,
Right.
but
Right.
never
where is the
belittle the
structure?
younger generation. Always,
Where
yo, because the first thing they're gonna say is,
is the
yo, them niggas in the old school, they don't care about
structure?
us. They ain't reaching back. They ain't handling business.
Always,
They soft.
but it's all good
So
though, cause I got a nephew.
you wanna reach back and
Yeah,
let them know
yeah,
if you come in
I
the
got a
right way,
nephew that's
we
like
got your
that.
back. We
Hey,
got your back. You come in the right
I,
way.
Bootleg, I got a nephew that's like that. Just chop, chop, chop. Like, what are you? You didn't even say a complete sentence. What is you saying? You know, okay,
Well,
but
it,
it's not to
it's the
him. Don't get
I
same
me
feel
wrong.
you. I
cadence.
feel you on that. You
It's all good.
validate. Validate.
Ain't
You
knocking him. They
got
doing
that.
Yeah, they have this
That's
one
real.
cadence,
but I'm
and
used to real
and,
musician, and I'm used to being
and real
around.
lyricists.
You know,
Everybody can't be an NBA young boy.
but if
You
that's
know what I'm
what they
saying?
is, so hey,
But
I wish.
these niggas want to drill. These niggas want to do all this other shit. They copycats. You
I
got to
know
be
Yep,
original. Be original.
exactly.
Yo, really delve deep
it's
into this
always.
craft that you in. Do what you're
I know
supposed to
And
do.
that's what's
Do
missing
your
these
work.
days.
Do your
it's
fucking
almost
due
like
Yeah,
process. Real
and
talk.
calling bread. It's like you got two slices of bread, right? And you trying to make a sandwich, but ain't nothing in it. It's the
yep.
same thing.
That's a great
It's like you
analogy
got
right
two
there. Yeah.
big slices of Wonder Bread, but ain't nothing in the middle of it. What is
Right.
substance?
At least put some
No,
peanut butter
sis,
and jelly in there or
you went
something.
there,
It
Wonder
ain't
Bread.
got no
Wow,
sugar in it. Bootleg, they ain't
wow.
got no jelly color, they ain't got no peanut butter.
Yo, what I
Ain't
want
even
you
got
and
no
yo,
egg. They ain't even got
let
no.
Paul spit his truth. Let Paul spit his truth because
They
he
ain't
got a
even got no
story
rice
to tell.
nut.
He got a story to tell. Let Carl spit his truth, sis. He got a story to tell.
Go ahead,
Let him
Carl.
do what he do.
Yeah,
Do what
I
you do.
mean, the stuff you're talking about, I agree with 100%. What's lacking with the younger folks these days is, it's a bunch of copycats. Back in the day when you had Biggie out or Pac out or Busta Rhymes, it was about innovation. It wasn't about trying to sound like, a lot of the younger rappers, it's hard for me to tell them apart, because they use the same cadence, and cadence is the way that you drop your lyrics. They have these certain blah 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 blah, and everybody's using the same kind of cadence. I'm like, well, back in the day, it was about having a unique flow, and that's what's lacking these days. you know and to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that's coming out now, I still have people, wanting me to make some of the stuff that's coming out now, but I really don't want to work with it sometimes, because it's just
Repetition.
it's kind of boring to me, because everybody sounds the same. I'm like, can somebody do some different stuff, and I'm one of those open-minded people. Hey man, throw some country stuff in there, throw some rock stuff in there, or throw, the music is just not this one little slice of pie. You got a whole potato pie, sweet potato pie in front of you. Check out different parts of it.
I know I eat all of them.
So
All of them.
but in the same instance, hey, they're still out there making some money. They're still out touring. More power to them. But yeah, you can always improve yourself and step up your game. Even myself as an engineer, I don't stop learning. I'm still, learning, and I will keep on learning about engineering until I decide I don't want to do it anymore and go do something else. So don't get stuck in this one little rut. You got a whole roadway, you got a highway in front of you. You can go all kinds of different directions. You know, just be brave enough to do it. Yep.
That's deep.
Well said.
Yep.
Well said, my
But
brother.
That's deep.
yeah,
Yo,
and
continue.
I'll tell you something else. You know, artists that bring me stuff that's different. That's the stuff that kind of, you know, makes me want to go engineer. You know, but man, I want to mix that. You know, instead of this stuff that it sounds like whoever. You know, I'm like, man, I'd mix that song 100 times already. You know, bring me something different. You know.
Right.
Question. Listen, Professor Cupcake, I agree with you. If you can't articulate, if you can't pronunciate, if you can't bring something to the table to make someone go, oh God, you're different. Wow, I really like you. You actually have a fan. I actually respect your craft.
Right.
Now, anybody can come along and be plain Jane or adapt to this mediocrity. But it takes an innovative individual to come along and change the game.
Yep.
Change the game should be your pedigree. It
Yep.
should
Just like
not
you
be
Yeah.
said.
something you should shun. You Negroes are trying to comply to fit in.
Right.
You should go outside the box.
Right.
Yes. I agree with you 100% on that.
I land my plane.
Yeah, me too, Bootleg. They get too
I
comfortable.
love you, sis. I love you, sis. Listen, Carl,
Hey, Moo.
Gigi.
Hey, Tasha.
Oh, there go big
Hey.
sis. A big sis.
But yeah, everything you said, Carl, is correct. Cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yep. You know, well, Gigi, you know, I got into the game really the same. I got into it because I love music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't about the money or the fame or any of that stuff. You know, it was about I love music. I love good music, and good music comes in all kinds of forms. You know, um, you know, so I just wish some of the younger folks would, you know, delve a little bit deeper, you know, into being a little bit more innovative, you know, and but you know, everything's a cycle in music. I think that's going to come back around, you know. So if you're out there doing some innovative stuff, you know, just keep on doing your thing.
I'm gonna tell you what's
No,
gonna come back around. I already know.
well,
You know,
can I say something?
yeah, go
Because
ahead.
there are a lot
Mhm.
of individuals who are very creative. They don't
Mhm.
get the platform or the voice or have the machine behind them to get heard
Right,
because the
right,
lane is closed to creative individuals.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
right.
once I analyze what we just spit out in the ether, and then I come back and I go, yo, hold up. Let me put it out there that there's a machine that is
Oh yeah,
suppressing a lot of creative talent and
one
shelving a
hundred
lot
percent
of people who could be innovative, could really
superstars.
change
Yes,
the game.
superstars.
But listen,
Yes,
you have to utilize this new streaming platform because we
exactly.
listen, you and I and Gigi and others in our generation came through a very vetted, very secluded uh platform. They gave open
Right.
opportunities to only certain people who fit the criteria. Now, with
Correct.
the new innovation of the internet, which, listen, sis calls me and she goes, this nigga ain't answer his phone. I swear to God, I hate you. You supposed to answer when sis call. But listen, big bro might be in the middle of some shit that's going, yo, I'm opening my eyes because damn, I was conditioned. So let me break
Right.
conditioning to
Right.
scope new opportunities. Because guess what? I was one of them niggas was in the know and in the door, but still
Craig telling
operating
tales.
like,
He be over there playing hooky on Clubhouse.
oh, no, listen, sis, this is
Hmm.
check.
But we have
This
a
is not
question in the
checkers, sis.
chat.
Chat, this is
Cupcake
not.
wants to know. She wants to know what's coming back around next.
I will let my
I
big
think
homie answer that.
I think just doing something that's creative and innovative. You know, music is cyclical. You know, it'll probably go back to some real lyric writing and some real, um, you know, stuff like that. You know, um, but you know that's me kind of trying to look into the future. But you know, who knows what the future may bring? But for sure, it's going to bring artists that are doing something that's innovative. You know, that's what music is about. You know, cause like I said, a lot of this stuff, you know, they'll send me a song to mix, and like I said, I've mixed this. It seems like I mixed this song, you know, 100 times in the past. You know, do something a little bit different. It doesn't have to be a whole, you know, like a leap year different than what's going on. You know, just do slight things that are different. You know, and let the music take its course. You know, but with all that stuff being said, uh, in the age of technology, uh, you know, I try to tell people a lot of times that, you know, having a quote unquote record deal is not the best way for some artists. You know, you can do your own thing, put your own music out, and nobody can stop you but yourself. You know, it takes a little bit more work because you have to do some of the work that the record label would do for you, like
That's a
promotions,
fact. That's a
or
fact.
whatever the case is. But you
That's
know,
a fact.
believe it or not, you know, a lot of these deals these days, these 360 deals that they're giving the artists, you know, you might get a little sign-in bonus, but it's not going to be enough to live off of for a year or two, you
Gotta
know.
pay
And
the
that's
cash.
why a lot of these artists are out. Well, so and so is at club so and so tonight. You know, those are paid appearances. That's them, you know, padding their bank account. You know, um, so I mean, I'd rather be able to be an independent artist and make $100,000 a year than to be a signed artist. You know, making maybe, if you're lucky, $30,000 a year. You know, and if you're an independent artist, you know, you're in total control of. You know, you can't have a record label say, "Well, no, well, we don't want that. That doesn't sound like something we can sell." You know, you know, as an independent artist, you just put it out and let the public decide. You know, and the world of music, you know, it's just not about what's happening in Atlanta or in the South or in America. You know, music is worldwide. You know, you can find fans in Europe and fans in Japan and Korea. You know, it's just not about what's happening in Atlanta.
Right. You have to make what you are about where you at and make it work for
Right.
you.
Exactly. You know, so in a lot of ways, you know, it's an artist kind of era. You know, go do your thing. You know, especially if you're doing something that's a little bit different, go do your thing. You don't need a record deal. Don't stop chasing that stuff.
Yep.
You
You have to
know,
market yourself. If you put yourself on a platform and you already have 1 million followers, guess what the record
yeah,
company is gonna do? They're gonna come
yeah,
search for you.
Yeah, they gonna
They're
search.
yeah, and
searching
then at that
because you a
point,
valuable asset. You somebody that
right,
can
and
bring
at that
something to the
point,
table.
yes, and you will get a good deal at that point. But
Fact.
all these
That's
first
a
time deals,
fact.
all these first time deals, I'm gonna tell you, man, them 360 deals, woo.
Mm.
If I was
Like
an artist, I wouldn't sign. I just put it like that, you
Period.
know.
right.
Period.
Like I had just posted on my page about 2 Chain in his situation with DTP, and you know he called DTP, he called Luda, and he was like, I want out of my deal. And then
Yeah.
Chris said, "You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't do that, bro." And he was like, "Why not?" You know, because he had been talking to some other people. And they were like, "Man, you've been doing all this shit on your own. Like, you need to cut out the middleman. You already got it." But I'm telling you,
Right.
some of the labels, a lot of times, if they feel inferior or feel like you're a threat to their label, they will put you on the shelf. And they will have
Oh
you
yeah.
sign that signature on that contract where you cannot work with nobody. You can't do
Yep.
nothing with nobody. You can't be featured on nobody's stuff. You can't do nothing. It's
It'll
like you in jail.
it'll ruin
So
your
he
career.
was
It
smart.
really will.
He was
Yeah.
smart, you know, to get the hell away. And they was like, whoever he was around, that's the best advice they could have gave him. Get the hell away. Because they're only going to have one person on a label a lot of times that they're going to let shine. And if that person, if they got somebody on that label that's going to outdo them, outshine them, they're going to hold them back.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So they not gonna let you outdo the major one. They gonna hold you back. They gonna put you on the shelf like
Yep.
you lucky. It is
That's a fact.
Speaking of
That's a
doing their
fact.
own thing,
John,
That's
my
a
Right.
cousin,
fact.
put that in his
is
ears and look, you cut them out. You don't even need them. You already got the streets. You already locked down. People already know who he is. You already got his. Nigga, what the fuck you need them for? To what? To pay them what?
Right.
To pay them how much?
Right.
And then you have to pay to get out of the label. He wanted to get so much out of the label. He paid them to get out. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
shouldn't have to be like that. If
Yeah.
a nigga want to walk, let him walk. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be with that person on contract no more, let them go. Let them go. Let
Yep.
them fly.
That's not it. Them niggas
You know,
want that
no,
publishing. Them
do
niggas
that.
want that money on the back end. That's not
Yep.
it.
speaking of
Yep.
doing your own thing, my cousin just released his new single, and it is slated for next year's Battle of the Bands. Ain't that
All
it?
right. Congratulations.
Yes.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
them.
That's
Name
how you
K
do it.
out here
Congratulations.
doing the thizzle.
Mhm.
Got that clothing line going, Drip House Apparel. No, we got his
And
little
that's how you
music
do it.
thizzle going.
That's what's up. He
Yep.
will
All
do
you
See, I
got
that.
to
got a
do is
little
grow
piece of
it.
it
Just keep
here.
on growing it.
Cause he sent me the Apple single. I don't know why, because I ain't got an Apple product nowhere.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
frying.
but I wish more young people would really look at it like that. A lot of the young folks, man, it's like I guess it feels good to them to say, well, hey, I'm signed, you know. But in the same instance, I be in some of the studios around town, and those people that are signed and might have a little video out or whatever the case is, they're asking the engineer, who is me, hey man, let me borrow $50 so I can put some gas in my car to get home. And I'm like, well, hold up now. I ain't making the kind of money you supposed to be making. But here's whatever. Here's 25 to help you along. But it's a lot of that stuff is hype. Well, I'm sure you all know it. A lot of the stuff that you see in videos is rented and leased for the day and all that kind of stuff. These people don't actually own these kind of things. You don't own
Fact.
a $500,000 Bugatti or whatever
Fact.
the case is, but it's in the video.
Fact.
But the people on the outside looking in, they're thinking, oh, well, that's his. No, it's
They're
not.
eating it
They
up.
rented
Two
that for the
tigers and a
video shoot.
leprechaun hanging from the tree. Dog.
So you kind of have to get beyond the hype and really start seeing it for what it is, and make the best decisions that you can for you and your career, and just move forward.
That's some good. That's really some excellent advice for the people that's out here, that's getting into the industry, that's trying to get on and pursue their career. A lot of them just be caught up in the hype, and that's basically
Yeah.
what it is. They're not doing the business expectations of what they should be doing. They just caught up in the hype, and they're everything that they see, they believe in is true, and it's not, and it's misleading.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Fact.
well, I think it's misled the majority of the public out there, but it is what it is, I guess they feel they need that kind of stuff to sell records or whatever the case is, But somebody broke it down to me. They said that 25% of the industry is talent, and that's just your raw talent, how good you are, But then you have another 25% is how you handle your business, and then you have another 25% of I guess how you carry yourself, So it's different little aspects of it, and you have to really kind of master all of that stuff,
That's
to
a
have a
fact.
successful career. You can be
That's
the
a
most
fact.
talented person in the world and have like the most fire song ever recorded, but if you don't know how to handle those other percentages, it's going to be real hard to get somewhere.
Right.
Hey,
So
Tamar.
study up on your music business knowledge, and get with people that have been there and have done it.
Been there, done
Because
it.
yeah, go ahead.
Been there, done it. Got the T-shirts. I know you heard that.
Yep. And most of those people,
Hey,
that
look,
have been there,
Done
been
they
that.
there,
don't mind,
done
giving
that.
you a
Got
jewel
the
of knowledge.
T-shirt.
Yep.
Got several
Yep.
T-shirts. I have several,
Uh-oh.
not just
Hey, folks, I'm
one.
gonna have to sign off. My phone is about to die.
Thank you. No, listen. I
But
want to
hey,
thank you
folks,
for
it's
coming
been
out
a
because
real
you were
pleasure,
very insightful.
sitting
You were
in
on
and talking
point.
with you guys. And please, let's do this again, like real soon.
Yes, anytime you feel like it.
Okay, that sounds
I'm
great.
usually
That sounds
available.
great.
I know,
Okay,
right?
And
Listen, on the back end, Tosh,
Well,
I
you got
want,
my number
Gigi,
now.
yeah, Gigi, listen, Gigi,
So
facilitate all that.
feel free to reach out to me. Everybody has my cell number. So feel free to reach out to me. I'm fairly easy, to get a hold of. Every now and then I might get a little bit busy, tied up and stuff, but we'll do it again real soon.
Absolutely.
Next
And I
time,
want to thank you very much for coming into the building with us tonight and sharing all the
Yeah,
information.
it took me a minute to get in, but once I was
All right. It took me a minute to get in too.
okay.
yo,
But
next
we
time we're gonna
Okay, well,
finish you
folks,
and Gigi's
I'm
conversation
gonna
that
say
you had.
Yes,
goodbye,
this
but
show work out the
peace and
bugs.
blessings.
yeah. And I want
Yeah.
to shout
Yep.
out I want to shout out Shorty B.
Oh
He
yeah,
did
Shorty B. He
reach out,
might be too. He might be listening in tonight, as a
and
matter of
I would
fact.
love to have him on the show to
Yep.
share some of his information and some things that he's experienced throughout his career here.
Yeah.
Um,
Shorty B has been doing it for a long time. Yes, sir.
absolutely,
And good people, real
absolutely.
folks.
Yeah, but I already
Yep.
know he's a wonderful person. I appreciate him for
Yep.
everything that you do all the time. And like I said, the flip squad, Hot 97.5, Bootleg, KK, Holiday, and Liddy G continue to exist. So keep your ears open.
Sounds great. And we'll talk soon, Gigi.
One
And
love.
on that note, I'm gonna turn
One
it over
love.
to Tasha and Gigi, and I'm going
All right.
troll. I'm going super
Oh.
troll.
That's Craig's new favorite pastime,
I
trolling.
love
Thank
this. I
you
swear
so
to
much,
God,
Carl, for coming
I
up, and
love
come
it.
up whenever you feel like it. The link is usually up at the top. No problem, Melanated. Go troll, Craig. Me and Gigi got this.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and
All
thanks for
right,
listening.
hey yo, Gigi, don't go nowhere. You and Tasha, y'all chop it up. I'm gonna look at the
Chop it up for a
replay.
minute, Gigi.
Right, but I'm going troll.
Yeah. We not set for time over here.
Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to us tonight. And we got some more stuff coming, so y'all check it out. Make sure you're on time. Peace.
Okay. Peace. So we're going to go ahead and close this one out, and I will be back in a few minutes, long enough for me to shut this one down and start back up. This is Curb Service at Trip Z's Treehouse, where it's always swinging, and we're out.